Unlike virtually every other cryptocurrency among thousands, one stands out as the banker's token, and that is none other than XRP. Now, this is unanimous in the crypto world as it's the most recognized banking token. Now, I understand XRP is now far more than just that, with the team over at Ripple developing tools and infrastructure for the future at an enterprise scale, like the DeFi ledger XRPL, an AMM, secure digital assets custody, and of course cross-border payments and CBDCs. Also, before I get some hate in the comments from Bitcoin Maxi saying Bitcoin is bigger and banks are currently adopting Bitcoin in the droves, I will say I agree, but I'll clarify the point in this video, and at the end of the day, this isn't a competition for bank money between Bitcoin and XRP. As Bitcoin gains more traction and trust at the institutional level, so will XRP, especially now that we have true regulatory clarity and we're just about to get that settlement. Except XRP and Ripple will facilitate major portions of banking business models, whereas Bitcoin eventually will simply be held as a store of value. Now, what really stands out to me is that in a recent base prospectus from Deutsche Digital Assets that describes XRP in its basket of crypto product offerings, or ETPs, and how it stacks up against Bitcoin from their own institutional experience, which is really interesting and we'll be covering in this video. We'll also be sharing another couple of key insights from this report from iParthenon on gaining ground and how institutional investors plan to adopt digital assets in 2024, how family offices and fund managers allocate to XRP versus other major cryptos. And finally, we'll be covering the recent news surrounding the arrest of Pavel Durov, and I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I know a lot of you folks have probably heard of this, but this is the CEO of Telegram in France. Really, what I want to cover is what this means for free speech and what you should do as a precaution to protect yourself from either Apple if you own an iPhone or the feds if they shut things down with Telegram. Now, as always, before we begin the video, head on over to bullrunners.com and subscribe to learn how to take advantage of our all market solution. Doesn't matter if the market is in a bear or a bull. Ultimately, you can discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes with the #1 play to earn XRP game. This is a great way to put your XRP to work. So not only do you compound on those gains in the bull, but it also reduces your volatility or risk in the case of the market dipping a little bit. It's a great way to take advantage of something that you're already holding and believe in. It's so stupid simple. It takes 10 minutes a day. Go ahead and subscribe while you're here. So if you're feeling blessed and bullish, comment 777. And if you're going to be the richest person in your family tree, smash the subscribe button. Before we dive in, a quick reminder that the opinions in this video are for informational and educational purposes only and do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments, including cryptos, carry risks and potential losses. Always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. We are not licensed financial advisors, and relying on our content for financial decisions is at your own risk. By watching this video, you agree we are not responsible for any losses or damages, and we do not guarantee any specific results or outcomes. Some of the links below may be affiliate links, and we may earn a commission, which actually helps support this channel and helps us to create value-based videos like this. We also hold some positions in the cryptocurrencies that we talk about, but that's only because we do what we believe in. However, this should not be interpreted as a recommendation for you to do the same. With that said, let's get into the video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I want to start with this report from iParthenon because I think they reveal some really interesting information surrounding how institutional players and fund managers and CEOs in terms of managing other people's monies are really thinking about the crypto market. So this is definitely an eye-opener, and it is actually a very recent report coming out in May of 2024. Now, just so you have some clarity, iParthenon team conducted a survey of 277, which is quite a few, institutional investor decision makers, e.g. the chief operating officers, CEOs, portfolio managers, and heads of transformation. And here is what they found. So the first point I want to show or share is the fact that notably the way in which institutions prefer to invest and the type of products they are looking to invest in continued to evolve. So as markets and economies evolve, as technologies continue to improve, people have to look at what the future is going to look like, and then they have to invest there. In the same way a hockey player would say, go to where the puck is going. The advent of registered vehicles like ETPs have moved the needle for many investors. Now, these are exchange traded products, and so they are regulated. They are safer ways for institutional players to get access to single-side digital assets, so on and so forth. Now, some of the key takeaways, I'll speak to number 4 first, is the fact that they have some lack of regulatory clarity in the space, which has actually had them be a bit hesitant. And a perceived lack of trusted partners in the ecosystem are still key barriers to growth and adoption of crypto and tokenization. However, this is not something that's deterring a lot of investors now. The majority of them are looking at digital assets and saying there is a future there, there's something to be had. And so the reality is, we believe by 2025, under a new administration, there will be far more regulatory clarity. And just in general, with all these super PACs and, tens and hundreds of millions of dollars being poured into Washington, we're definitely going to get some sort of a resolution. And then with the outcome in the settlement in the SEC XRP lawsuit, things are really looking up. So I think that's something that we no longer really have to worry about as much. Now, again, the job isn't done, but that's not our job. So the only thing we can do is try to invest where the puck is going. Then the second really interesting thing that I found is the fact that there is a growing interest in investing in tokenized assets, particularly alternatives to drive portfolio diversification. Now, when we talk about asset tokenization, we are talking about taking, whether they're real world assets or otherwise, and putting them on the blockchain. And now you can tokenize entire assets. So imagine if not just one person held the deed to real estate, but many people could buy a piece of real estate, and it's forever living on the blockchain. And so it's very simple to verify who owns what according to that blockchain. It's completely transparent. It's far more efficient, so on and so forth. Tokenization of assets is the future. And it's one thing that even David Schwartz has mentioned at multiple speeches in the past, that they are already working on solutions for asset tokenization for a lot of enterprise customers. So that's a big piece of news. And so because this news is so big, and because the future looks to be blockchain, a majority, over 94% of institutional investors believe in the long-term value of blockchain and or crypto/digital assets. That is tremendous news. When we're talking about 277 people that are in charge of a lot of money, whether they're a fund or they are a family office, we're talking very well off people, already consider it. 94% of them that responded said digital assets and blockchain are the future. Now, what's even cooler is as the space grows and as they have more ways to access digital products and cryptos, I do believe more money is obviously going to flow in. That's just a given, right? But currently, when you look at the amount of these institutional players that they surveyed are actually invested in cryptos and which cryptos, it's pretty impressive. 98% of them by 2023 had invested in Bitcoin. 78% of them had invested in Ethereum, 24% of them into Solana, and 18% into XRP. Now, when you look at these major players here, we're talking Solana and even XRP. Solana is higher in terms of its market cap, sitting at about $76 to $80 billion at any given day. XRP is sitting at about $33 to $36 billion in any given day. So that said, Solana is next up in line for an ETF, a spot ETF. It might not be approved. According to some sources, it was dead on arrival because it's considered a security. However, XRP is not considered a security, and we have regulatory clarity around that. So if Solana does get a spot ETF before XRP, it's extremely likely XRP is up next. On the flip side, if Solana struggles, well, then it's very likely that XRP XRP can still get a spot ETF sooner rather than later. And that's going to open up the floodgates for a lot more of these major players to look at XRP as a major investment vehicle. Now, when we talk about XRP being a major investment vehicle, I do believe because of the whole SEC lawsuit, a lot of players just overlooked it. They didn't want the legal hurdles or issues when it came to investing into something like XRP. I mean, you hear immediately, imagine you don't know anything, but you're a major fund manager, and there's a lot of products you can allocate money to that are performing well. Then you hear about this thing called XRP, which is the banker's token. However, they currently have a lawsuit with the SEC. You're probably just going to sidestep that and wait for some sort of clarity. Well, that said, here is a base prospectus from DDA ETP AG. That is the current name of a company, Deutsche Digital Assets, okay, and they offer ETPs, exchange traded products. They issue notes in bearer form secured by Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, and other cryptocurrencies. Sometimes they offer the cryptocurrency as a single-sided asset or in a basket. Now, when they went on to describe each of the digital assets that they offer, one of them being XRP, here is what they shared. While Bitcoin is seeing increasing use by individuals and organizations as a virtual currency, the Ripple payment system is more popular among banks. RippleNet is a consortium of more than 200 financial institutions based in more than 40 countries, allowing the facilitation of cross-border payments. Now, a lot of folks might look at that type of information and say, you know what, but the market cap really isn't as big, and banks are on and off, the board here, and they've had a lot of partnerships that fell through, and some have stuck, and there's a lot of haters on that. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin. It's going to be very hard to overtake the market cap of gold. Virtually no company in the world has, not even the biggest company in the world, which is Apple, okay, or Microsoft. Or when you add up the top 3 major companies in the world, their market caps combined still do not equal the market cap of gold as a store of value type asset. Then you look at a company like Ethereum, which is starting to lag versus the rest of the market. But it's really interesting because they provide some solutions in terms of blockchain, okay, that allow companies to get more modern with the times and create other sorts of solutions using their security as a technology. Then you look at Ripple, and it serves a completely different purpose, but its purpose is very large, and the majority of it is going to be to service institutional players at a banking level, whether it is through CBDCs, cross-border payments, or any other enterprise level solution like asset tokenization. So it's really important to remember that Ripple, although it might have lagged over the last couple of years due to the SEC lawsuit, is still considered a major player with 200 financial institutions based in more than 40 countries as partners. That is insane. It is the banker's token of choice. Now we're going to dive into the latest news surrounding Telegram and how to protect yourself in the case of Apple taking it out the App Store or the Feds coming after information and data. But before we do, I really just want to take a second to ask you to head on over to bullrunners.com to subscribe and play the #1 XRP play to earn game so you can earn crypto and put that crypto to work for you. The reality is the crypto is convertible for XRP, but I think Nick explains it better in this video.
The whole market has to go through that. So that's why XRP is the #1 project that I hold. Also, a lot of people want to know what else I'm bullish on. Well, if you go to xrpl.to, there's a project right here that is the first play to earn game on the XRP ledger that I've been testing out over the past month. When this project was roughly right around $50, it's since 2x from there, while the rest of the crypto market got absolutely destroyed with projects dropping anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50%. This project did a 2x, and the reason why is because it has the first play to earn game on the XRP ledger, and I'll leave a link in the description below this video for you guys to check this out, where you can discover how to earn more crypto in less than 10 minutes per day with this play to earn game. You just click the button on the page, put in your best email address. And on the other side, you can watch this 8-minute video, get started right away. We'll show you how to get your XRP wallet. We'll show you how to get your game pieces to play the game, how to play the game, how to withdraw crypto every single day, and then how to benefit from the #1 liquidity pool on the XRP ledger to earn things like trading fees and other benefits within this game. For example, if I click rent, I simply collect digital game pieces, and these digital game pieces earn me crypto rewards just by playing the game for less than 10 minutes. So it's super fun, it's super simple. Now keep in mind, the game is the first on the XRP ledger, so it's brand new. So there are a few bugs here and there, but that's to be expected. I mean, how many bugs have there been in all these Apple updates and all this stuff? But the game mechanics are absolutely genius. As you can see right here, I've earned about 22 crypto the past few days. Right now, crypto is sitting at about $97. So if I take 22, multiply that by 97, that's roughly $2,134 worth of crypto. I've earned about 228 crypto rewards for playing this game the past month. So if I take 228, multiply that by, let's just say 100, if it goes up another $3, no guarantees there obviously, but that's about $22,800 worth of crypto in the past 30 days. So again, if you guys want to learn how this is possible, you can click the link in the description below, watch the videos on the other side and get started right now. And you can start stacking up your crypto rewards as more attention gets drawn to the XRP ledger in this project specifically, because right now the market cap is only at $3.3 million. This is a micro cap project, guys. So there is higher risk here. However, as more people start to discover this game when XRP breaks out, then the liquidity pool is paired directly to crypto. As you can see, there's 4.6 million XRP in the liquidity pool. It's the #1 liquidity pool in the world on the XRP ledger. So I simply play the game less than 10 minutes per day. I earn crypto. I add crypto to the liquidity pool. Then I can remove liquidity if I want as crypto or as XRP. And I just keep compounding my rewards. So guys, go through the link below, watch the 8-minute video on the other side, get started right now.
So at the end of the day, it seems Nick explains and shares it far more eloquently than I do, which is why I wanted to share that quick clip. However, we're going to talk about Pavel Durov and Telegram and how to protect yourself. Now, if you are first hearing about this, just, bear with me if you haven't. But if you are, I'm going to cover just a few basic key facts, okay? Who is the Telegram founder Pavel Durov, and why was he arrested? Well, the chief executive officer of Telegram, Pavel Durov, was arrested at an airport on Saturday night outside of Paris and placed in custody for alleged offenses related to the messaging app, the AFP reported. And in this, the 39-year-old Russian-born billionaire was reportedly accused of failing to mitigate the misuse of his platform for criminal activities. And basically, in France, they don't really have the same standards around free speech. And we do have a lot of free speech absolutists over here, as long as it doesn't completely promote violence in particular. However, at this point in time, every country in the EU and all around the modern Western world seems to think everything is hate speech, to which he does not believe. And so a lot of these regulators and countries have come to attack him and say, you can't operate here unless you give us a backdoor to your platform, right? And he's completely just stepped to the side and said, screw off, I don't care. So here he was on Tucker Carlson sharing that opinion and what's been happening.
We get too much attention from the FBI, the security agencies, wherever we came to the US. So to give you an example, last time I was in the US, I brought an engineer that is working for Telegram, and there was an attempt to secretly hire my engineer behind my back by cybersecurity officers or agents, wherever they are called.
The U.S. government tried to hire your engineer?
That's my understanding. That's what he told me.
To write code for them or to break into Telegram?
They were curious to learn which open source libraries are integrated to the Telegram's app, on the client side, and they were trying to persuade him to use certain open source tools that he would then integrate into the Telegram's code that, in my understanding, would serve as backdoors.
Would allow the U.S. government to spy on people who use Telegram?
The U.S. government, or maybe any other government, because a backdoor is a backdoor regardless of who is using it.
And so all of these governments would have access to that backdoor to spy. But because they haven't been able to, because he keeps his team super core and has about 30 engineers for a multi-billion-dollar company, which is quite impressive. And I guess it proves the point that Elon Musk made. You can really fire 80% of your staff and do totally fine and still innovate when you have real producers and engineers building things and not a bunch of different HR departments and gender studies departments and whatever else, right? The world is leaning into these days. Still, this has many people worried about the fact that this is an attack on free speech, and it's an attack on your ability to share what you believe and think. And this is Lex Friedman sharing this. The arrest of Pavel Durov is a disturbing attack on free speech and a threat to not just Telegram, but to any online platform. And I do believe Rumble's probably next, and then finally X. Government should not be engaged in censorship. This is a blatant and deeply troubling overreach of power, to which we agree. So how do you protect yourself? Okay, because there have been rumors, and yes, they have been rumors. There have been some community notes sharing that there's an old post going around that Telegram is going to be removed by the Apple Store. But with this type of an attack on free speech, we can't be too certain. We can't be too sure, right, that Apple itself won't be pressured by U.S. governmental authorities to say Telegram is a threat to democracy and a threat to our national security, because Pavel Durov was just arrested for all of these terrible things on Telegram. And look, we're trying to protect people, which means we are going to have to ask you, Apple, to remove it from everyone's iPhone. So here's what you should do to protect yourself. So here are the posts that have been making a circulation all over Twitter or X. As of recently, Telegram has announced that Apple removed the Telegram app. Again, there are community notes saying that's not true, but again, you can never be too sure. Things can change in a second. And yes, Apple has removed apps from the App Store before. So it's not new, and it's not like it's completely out of the realm of possibility. So how you're going to do it is, okay, I have some instructions right here, but I also have a screen recording showing you exactly how to do it, which we can just watch right now. So in here, you're going to go to the screen time. Okay, from there, you're going to click on the content and privacy restrictions. Make sure that's turned on at the very top. Click to deleting apps, click don't allow, and you should be good to go. Okay, you can pause this video and watch each one of those steps, or check these instructions out and you should be good to go. You got to make sure that content and privacy restrictions are turned off. And at that point in time, if for whatever reason Apple still wants to delete the app, you will be able to keep it. And on that note, you should join our Telegram group. You can find that in the description below as well. It's the Bull Runners, and we'd love to have you there because we consistently post some quality content and updates in there that I think you'll find very helpful. Now, as things stand, I don't think there's really too much to share in terms of an update for XRP's price action. We've shared a lot on this channel, and you can go back through the videos over the last couple weeks to a month to find out what we believe and what we think surrounding the price of XRP and how it will perform over the upcoming year. That said, I will just do a quick short recap. Okay, right now things actually do look pretty good from a price action perspective. I would like XRP to hold this trend line, this lower trend line, as a support. So whether we dump back down in here doesn't really matter. I think this entire range is a good buying opportunity. I do like the fact that we've had some pretty strong wicks to the downside both here and here, which indicate a lot of buyers stepping in and supporting the price. Right down here, we had the BOJ collapse and everything tanked, only to get bought right back up. So this is a good indicator that there are a lot of buyers and there is some buy pressure. That said, we also saw, okay, volumes start to finally pick up and increase from below average, which is this blue line, and start to pick to the upside, which is a good sign, okay, that we've officially potentially bottomed. It doesn't mean that we can't see volume expand or explode and, you know, there be a major sell-off. It simply means that things look really good. So the green volume bars are getting bigger, the red volume bars are getting bigger, but the price is continuing to trend up. Okay, and then on any type of dip or a retrace, if you are truly in an uptrend, you typically see volume start to decline. And so right in this range, right through this major day right here, you can see that the price is continuing to increase while the volume is declining. So I would thoroughly expect volume to start to pick up and increase as we hit the 65-cent range again, and it'll be a very easy breakout to the 75-cent range. Now, what's so beautiful about that 75-cent range is we've been talking about this, and this has been around since July of 2023. Yes, the price action of XRP has gotten boring, but again, the longer the range, the stronger the breakout. So if we touch this range of 74 cents one more time, it's highly likely we're going to fly right through that into that $2 range, which is kind of where we were. We're talking 2021. It has been a while, and it underperformed the market in 2021. But again, heat and height of the lawsuit. So that totally makes sense. But XRP has been building up a lot of pressure, and it looks like it's ready to explode. So one last time, if you haven't already, play the #1 play to earn XRP game and earn your dang crypto. It takes 10 minutes or less. Doesn't matter if it's a bear market, doesn't matter if it's a bull market. You can take advantage of this to earn crypto, to reduce your volatility, or to compound on that bag into a major bull move. I just think it's foolish not to take advantage of it, or at least in the bare bones minimum, check it out if you're already holding XRP or plan to hold XRP, okay? Thanks so much for watching the video. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, my friend. Goodbye.